In this session, I am going to give you the introduction of ProE course syllabus, and then we'll start the first module. Now let me go with File, and here I am selecting New, and already I told you about all the modules whatever we have here in ProE. Now we'll see about the modules of the syllabus. The first module we are going to learn about the sketch, which is used to create the 2D figures. Then next we are going to learn about the part, and this part module is used to create the complete solid models. Then next we are going to see about the assembly. So after creating the parts using part module, we are going to assemble all those components using the assembly module. Then after completing the assembly, we will be dealing with format, and this format is used to prepare the complete drawing sheet format. And at last we are going to see the drawing module, and this drawing module is used to prepare the complete detailing work. So these are the 5 modules which we are going to see in the syllabus. Now let us start with the first one, and the first one is sketch. Now select the sketch module, and here at the bottom we have to specify the file name. For example, if you are working with figure number 20 in the workbook, here you can name it as figure 20. Or if you are working with figure number 1, then you can name it as figure 1. So what are the name you want, you can specify that name, and then you can go with OK. So this is the main window of the sketcher. Before having the introduction of this main window, first let us close this left side area. This is nothing but the list of the folders whatever we have in the system, so it is not required, and you can close this left side area using the arrows which are given here. So let me click on these arrows, so that is closed. Now first here in sketcher we'll see about the working directory creation, and this working directory creation is common in ProE. Now first I will tell you what is the purpose of working directory. Now after completing the work, if you want to save those files, we can save them in our directory once if we create our directory. The first day we have to create the directory, and from the second day onwards we are supposed to set it. Now we'll see how to create the directory. To create the directory, you have to go with File and go with Set Working Directory. Then wherever you want to create the directory, you can choose that particular drive. Then go with Create New Directory. Then specify the name. You can give your name. Then go with OK. And again you can go with OK here at the bottom. So with this the working directory is created, and from the second day onwards you have to go with File, Set Working Directory. Then you can choose the drive where you have your directory, and just you can double click on your directory that is going to be set. So now let me go with once again OK. So this is about the creation and setting the directory, and this should be done every day before starting the work. Now let us come back to the main window of the sketcher. Now exactly on the top of the main window here we have the title bar, and you can see in the title bar whatever the name we have given at the starting, so that name will be specified here in the title bar. So you can see here figure number 1, and just below here the title bar we have a menu bar, and in this menu bar we have all pull down menus or drop down menus. Then below this menu bar we have some toolbars, and in that the first one is called File toolbar. The first one is File toolbar, where we have create new file, open an existing file, and save current file. So such options we have here in File toolbar. Then the next one is Edit. So this is known as Edit toolbar. The second one. Then the third one is View toolbar, and here in this View toolbar we have few view controlling tools. So this is known as View toolbar. Then you can leave a 4th and 5th toolbars. So these 2 toolbars we are going to see in the next module. Then coming to the 6th one, the 6th one is known as Sketch toolbar. So these are the toolbars which we have on the top. Then we'll see about the right side toolbar. On the right side here you can see we have a toolbar, and this is known as Sketcher Tools toolbar, or even you can call it as Intent Manager. And coming to this black area, this is known as sketch area, where we are going to sketch the figures. And just below the sketching area we have some message, and this is known as a message area. And this message area is important because it is going to guide you whenever you are working with any tool. For example, if you are working with an unknown tool, and after selecting that particular tool, if you don't know what to do, just you can refer this message area and you can read the instructions whatever it is giving here, then you can work with that particular tool. So easily we can work with each and every tool here in ProE just by following the message area. So this is about the introduction of the window. Then now, before starting how to create the geometrical entities, first let me tell you what are the different modes we have to create the geometrical entities. Now when you want to create the geometrical entities, you can create it using the first mode called Intent Manager. That means if I want to create a circle, I can create this circular geometrical entity directly by selecting here the tool from the Intent Manager. I can select the circle here and then I can create the circle. So the first mode is by going with Intent Manager. And the second mode is you can right click anywhere on the screen. When you right click, you are going to get a menu, and this is known as Popup Menu. So even you can select the tools from the pop-up menu. If I want to draw the same circle, even I can select from here the circle and I can create the circle. So this is the second mode. And now coming to the third mode, the third mode is nothing but sketch menu. You can go to the sketch menu, and in the sketch menu here we have the same options: lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, whatever we have in the Intent Manager. So you can select the options even by going with sketch menu. So this is the third mode. Then coming to the fourth mode, the fourth mode is nothing but Menu Manager. And if you want to work with Menu Manager, we have to switch off the Intent Manager. Once if you switch off Intent Manager, automatically system is going to give you the Menu Manager. And now we'll see how to get the Menu Manager. If you want to get the Menu Manager, you have to go to Sketch Menu and switch off this Intent Manager. Off it. And now here on the right side you can see we got a Menu Manager. So these are the four modes, but always it is better to go with Intent Manager because that is the easiest way to sketch the figures. So once again let me switch on the Intent Manager. Again I am going sketch and select Intent Manager. So here we got Intent Manager. So these are the four different modes to create the geometrical entities. But here we have few advantages when we are going with Intent Manager. The first thing is the selection is easy, and the second one is if you are creating the objects by going with Intent Manager, then the automatic dimensioning will be done here in ProE. All the dimensions will be given by default by the system if you are creating the objects using Intent Manager. So this is about the different modes and the introduction of the sketch. Then how to create the objects, that is geometrical entities. Geometrical entities are nothing but lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, all these are known as geometrical entities. So the creation of the geometrical entities I am going to teach you in the next session.